Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelly, and in today's video we are doing another pick a card reading. Today's topic is, what affirmation do you need from the universe right now? So other than just what affirmation you need, I am just leaving it completely open to spirit. So if you're new to pick a card readings, how we're going to do this is you're just going to meditate on the different cards and choose with your intuition which pile you are the most drawn to. So there are 3 piles today. This is pile 1 with the Citrine. This is pile 2 with the Lapis Lazuli. This is pile 3 with the Tiger's Eye. So I'm just going to give you a few moments here to meditate on the cards and choose with your intuition. If you need to, close your eyes and hover your hand over the screen and wait until you have some type of feeling about one of the piles. And if that doesn't work for you, just choose with your gut feeling. Alrighty, if you chose pile 1, the Citrine stone with this card, this will be your reading pile number 1. So this card right here is actually an affirmation card, so I'm going to take this away for right now because I want to start off with the tarot that you received. So for your tarot, we got the 2 of Swords reversed, the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and finally we got the Sun. So I usually don't take reversals when I am doing readings because I feel like there's plenty of cards that would be able to portray the story that's happening, but for this case I am going to take the 2 of Swords in reverse. So the 2 of Swords typically talks about indecision, confusion, information overload, and just being stuck. When it's in reverse, it means that we have difficult decisions to make. We are weighing our options. We are kind of avoiding the situation and that we are at an impasse. So when we move on to the 7 of Cups being right next to it, this talks about having a lot of different opportunities. As you can see, they have a lot of choices. This card also does talk about wishful thinking and illusions. As we can see, there's like a little snake coming out of here. So some of these cups that they have that they're trying to decide on might not be the best for them. So these 2 cards coming up in the beginning make me think that you're currently struggling with some type of decision. But we're moving on. We have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So the Knight of Swords is very ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking. And the way the cards are kind of laid out, it almost looks like they are running away from this situation. And again, this card in reverse means an avoidance. So I see that you're definitely trying to maybe avoid some difficult situations, but I would recommend that you take your time and really understand your options and make a decision, because we do move in to the Queen of Cups, and she represents compassion, caring, being emotionally stable, being in flow, and intuitive. So I know that this represents you. You have the Queen of Cups energy within you to be able to decide on this decision. So I'm hearing that you've been staying up about this, like you've been losing sleep about this. This is a decision that has been heavily on your mind and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to choose. For some of you, this can definitely be a career. This could be related to relationships. I'm leaving it open for right now, but I am sensing that there is multiple options that you have that you don't know what to do. Moving on to the 10 of Swords, this is not the most positive card either, because it does represent painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, and crisis. So this card with these 2 cards, they do flow together pretty well, and I see that there has to be some type of ending for you to get to this energy, which is the Sun. The Sun represents positivity, fun, warmth, success, vitality. This could also be Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be a Leo. Regardless of however you decide, it will probably be a little bit painful with the Ten of Swords coming up. It is a difficult decision, but once you make this decision, because this is your energy, I can feel that this is your energy. You are intuitive, you're in flow, you're compassionate, and you're also ambitious, action-oriented, and driven to succeed. You're fast thinking, and you want this to resolve. I can sense that you want this to resolve, but I really recommend taking your time and making the right decision. Whatever you do decide, it will end up in the sun. It will be the best for you in the long run. So I know that it's hard sometimes to give up on people or situations or places. This could even talk about moving away from your loved ones. So this situation here, whatever the decision is, I hope by the end of this reading that you will get more clarification. You will get more sure about where you need to go to get to this sun energy. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands. So with the Three of Wands being at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands does represent progress, expansion, foresight, overseas opportunities. Yes, so that's what I was kind of thinking earlier. You may be moving away or have an opportunity that's far away from your loved ones, but sometimes we just need to get away to follow our life purpose, our life path, our destiny. Just because we have to leave people behind, even if we love them very, very much, to go be our best, most authentic self, doesn't mean that we don't love the people that we're leaving behind. We are just going away, maybe for a little bit, maybe for an extended period of time, but we need to do what's best for us. This is your life, and you can't let the decisions or the feelings or the emotions of other people dictate how you're going to live your life, because this could be your only opportunity to do something like this. So let's go ahead and move on. So the affirmation card that I did pull for you guys is receive. It says we are taught to give more, open more, share more, be more. But to receive takes courage. For receiving is a subtle, subconscious act of admitting that we cannot do it all, and we can't. What if we were to realize the very art of giving is perfected in the craft of receiving? What if the secret to giving more is to allow yourself to fully, wholeheartedly, and unapologetically receive? All right, so that is a beautiful message from Spirit. So I'm seeing that you guys are giving a lot away. That is probably what you guys are trying to decide on. Am I going to give more? Am I going to be more for other people? Or am I going to finally do what's right for me, make the difficult decisions about what is right for me, and get back what I deserve? This could also, instead of talking about difficult decisions, it could be just talking about you've done so much for other people, and now you're wondering, like, do they even appreciate me? Is it even worth it? That all the stuff that I've done for them, like, I'm not getting what I need back. So I'm sensing that you guys don't really ask people for things, but when people ask you for things, or even if people don't ask you to help, you're in there and you're trying to help anyway. I see that you guys are really starting to get kind of burnt out, kind of wary with all of the swords energy that's coming up. Also with the Seven of Cups, I see that you're really at an indecision. Tears might have been shed recently. So let's go ahead and get some more clarification about this. I'm still not 100% sure that this is regarding love. So we're going to go ahead and pull a few more cards to make sure that I am steering us in the right direction with this reading. Pile number one. Messages for pile number one. Pile number one. Alrighty, so I did get two cards for you. I got healing and purification. So with the healing and purification cards, and both of these are a beautiful pink color. So I see that there could be Aries energy here. There's also could be Gemini energy here. You could be an Aries or a Gemini. You don't have to be. But with these two cards coming up, it just symbolizes that you need to take some time for yourself to heal, and you need to take some time to yourself to purify your energy. It seems that we're just giving away way too much, to a point where we're just like drained, burnt out, feeling like we're so tired, like you wake up and you don't even want to get out of bed type of thing. It seems like you're not getting very good sleep. You might have not even been eating for the amount of energy that you need to get through the day. So I definitely see some healing needing to go on, some purification. I hear take care of yourself. This is meaning, have you been exercising? Have you been going out in nature? Have you been eating healthy foods? With the purification, this could mean that you are draining your body too much. You are eating things that are not healthy for you. You're participating in activities that are not healthy for you, not healthy for yourself, not healthy for your health, and not healthy for your spirit. So we need to go through a purification time. So what I suggest is taking a step away, definitely from everyone and everything, and just give yourself some time to rest and relax. Make yourself a nice cup of tea and just go ahead and settle into yourself and into the night and really recharge your batteries in whichever way that you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and actually pull some archetype cards. I want to see what archetype you are coming up as, pile number one. What archetype for pile number one? I am getting slave and I am getting mother. With this slave card and the mother card coming up, you could be a mother, but you could also just have a motherly energy, or this could even be talking about your mother to pets. At the bottom of the deck as well, I did get child nature. So the light attributes are friendships with animals, communications with nature spirits, and the shadow attributes are tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. I see that you have a very motherly energy, a very giving energy. So the light attribute for slave is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, and the shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. This really fits with this. So I'm wondering if you're scared about what an external authority is going to say about your choices. With the mother card, the light attributes are nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. But the shadow attributes are smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So this could be talking actually about your mother. I'm sensing that it could be talking about your mother. Maybe you're trying to satisfy her with your decisions about your life, but I highly recommend that, look, your mom already had her life. Your mom already lived her youth, so she doesn't need to live vicariously through you. I'm starting to sense you're thinking about moving far away to get away from this situation here. I never like seeing anybody feel like a slave. You're certainly not a slave. You do not need to do anything for anybody if you don't want to. Let's say you are a mother, but you feel like you're a slave to your children. You feel like you can't get away from your children, and you feel like you're doing so much for them, and that you're not being appreciated. You're giving, and you're not receiving anything back. So we don't have children. You shouldn't have children for getting anything back. It should be a selfless thing, but at the same time, it is absolutely okay to tell your children, hey, I can't do this right now. Like, I need to focus on myself. It is okay, even as a mother, to focus on yourself. So I don't have any children, but I do have fur babies that take up a lot of my time when I need to, play with them, take care of them, change out all of their bedding, everything like that. So I know how much effort it takes to be a mother, whether it's fur or flesh, but at the same time, if I'm just having a really bad day, things are gonna have to wait. The house is gonna get a little bit messy. It's just gonna get a little bit dirty, I know. And I'm a total clean freak, so I don't love having my space a mess. But if I'm just having one of those days, then I highly recommend that you just allow yourself to have one of those days. I mean, we can't run on empty for our whole lives. We can't run on empty for most of the time. You're very sweet. With these two cards coming up, I'm seeing that you're giving a lot. I want to get a little bit more clarification, so I'm going to pull archetypes for the people that we are referring to, or the people that are making us feel like we're giving too much. What are the archetypes? Who is pile number one dealing with? So we're dealing with a rebel. We are also dealing with a lover, and then we're dealing with Saboteur. So I did ask Spirit who we are dealing with. So your archetypes are more of the slave and the mother. So it does seem like we're dealing with somebody that is rebellious, and this is a love reading, and somebody that is also Saboteur. So Saboteur is one of the main archetypes. We're actually all Saboteur. We all have this within us. So I'll get to that soon. Let's go ahead and start with Rebel. So the light attributes for Rebel says challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes are respects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Lover talks about great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And shadow attributes are obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Finally, Saboteur talks about highlights your fears of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. And the shadow attribute is induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So this could just generally mean that you guys are lovers, but what I am sensing is you are probably dealing with someone that's childish, rebellious, because the Saboteur talks basically about sabotaging ourselves and just kind of making a mess within our own lives when it's just not really that necessary. Like, we don't need to be just self-destructive, but we are. So I'm definitely highly sensing that there's two ways this can go. You can either be a mother to children that are being really rebellious, you feel like they're kind of sabotaging their life, or this could be you, or maybe you are rebelling against your mother and trying to decide to move away, to get away from this energy of being a slave, feeling like a mother, feeling like you're giving. You want to rebel, but you are, with the Lover card, I could see that you're highly devoted. The way the cards came out and what is happening, it just seems like there's a lot of energy, so I actually cannot determine who is who in this connection. I do like picking archetypes because they give us a real psychological picture of who it could be that we are referring to, but the energy for this reading is a little bit mixed. I can't clearly define who is who. So just know that there is somebody probably that is giving more and somebody that is probably taking more. Since Lover came up, I'm going to go ahead and pull some romance oracle cards. Any messages for pile number 1? Alrighty, so I'm getting free yourself and religious factors. With these two cards coming together, and look at this unicorn. That's you. You're a unicorn and you are trapped and you are tied. And then so the religious factors does say your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And then free yourself says it's time to take back control of your life. Pile number 1, there is something going on. You have a lover and maybe nothing is going wrong within your connection. You really love this person, but it seems like you're rebelling against your mother. You feel like a slave maybe to your family because you want this love and you don't want to feel trapped, but you are currently feeling trapped. So the message that I'm getting from the universe is you definitely need to follow your own heart. This seems like a difficult situation, I'm not gonna lie to you, but hopefully this reading makes you able to think about it some more. So actually I'm getting called to give this message. People are very dedicated to their religions, and if you kind of have old school parents, they're going to be very dedicated to their religions. A lot of the times parents think that they know the right and best thing for their children because that works for them in their life, but something that you need to know while you're making this decision is that we are in a completely different time than when your parents grew up or when the people around you that is affecting the situation is growing up. I mean, unless everybody that you're dealing with is around the same age, but things are rapidly changing, okay? And they will continue to rapidly change. So we can't let factors like this get in the way of our life. We must be able to know what's right and true for us. I know so many countless people that have had this exact same situation where they grew up one religion for like their entire childhood. They really identified with it, but as they grew up they were like, okay, I don't really actually identify with this anymore, it doesn't make sense to me anymore, or they had learned something or experienced something that showed them that that is not in fact the way that they really want to run their life or believe. Let's say maybe in high school or college you come to this conclusion and you decide that you are not this religion anymore, you don't identify with this religion anymore, but let's say in the future something else changes and you can go back to your roots. It's a cycle, and I'm not saying that this happens to everybody, but a lot of the times we do kind of step away from our religions, and then maybe when we grow up and we learn a little bit more, we go back, or we switch to a completely different religion because we find that that makes a lot more sense to us. And the reason why I'm telling you this is just because it's just to illustrate that you will probably have ebbs and flows in your life in regards to your spiritual beliefs. For me, I do believe religion goes under spirituality. I mean, it is a spiritual belief system that you're trying to hold. And maybe it's even that you starting to look into the more esoteric thing, like tarot cards, oracle cards, and pick a card readings. So if you're on this video, that means you probably watched pick a card readings before, and maybe this is kind of anti your religion that you grew up with. Honestly, religion aside, it's great to have a spiritual practice and believe in something bigger than ourselves. It doesn't really matter what exactly you identify with. It could be like a mix and match. And I know some people aren't going to like to hear that because some religions definitely are more cut and dry. But for me, I just think that whatever works for you, whatever keeps you happy and healthy and feel safe in the world and feel like you could express yourself, feel like you could lean on something, have something to pray on, pray for, that's going to be what's the best for you. It's not so much about what exactly you identify with. And you could be a little bit wary about religious things because religion can be divisive. And I see that spirituality is a lot more inclusive and it tries to bring people together, but some religion can make it polar, make it divisive, but that actually takes away from the teachings of all religions, because if you really think about it, all the religions kind of boils down to essentially just being a good person, right? And putting good out into the world. If we're really going to put a general blanket statement on what religion is, that's basically, to me, what it is. So honestly, that is enough about religion, but I definitely am sensing that you need to free yourself. Hopefully something I've said in this reading has inspired you to think deeper about who or what you need in your life, and don't let anybody ruin your life. Don't let anyone steer your life. You must steer your own life. So let me go ahead and actually get a few more cards. Alrighty, so we do have Surrender, the Wilding, and Ancestors. So these messages are giving me that you have been kind of fighting with either yourself or others about this decision that you have to make, whether it is religious or family or trying to conform. I am heavily getting like trying to conform. Also with Ancestors coming up, you might be making this very difficult decision about religion or traditions. Even it doesn't have to be exactly religion, but maybe it's been lines and lines of ancestry that have followed this particular thought pattern, and you're trying to break out of this pattern, so it's uncomfortable. Look, the Wilding is talking about just wild energy and really breaking free, right? You just need to surrender to this. You are being called to do something different than your ancestral line for a reason. And actually, when you break cycles and you heal from things, you heal your entire line, past, present, future, for men and women, but especially for women, because we're the ones that give life. You're going to eventually, if you choose to, if you're not already, be a mother. When you're a mother, everything that you feel, the baby feels when they're inside you. The way that you mother is going to affect that child's life. So if you're able to break patterns, then you will heal the entire ancestral line, even the ones that have passed on, because they are still here with us. Okay, they still see what we're going through and they act as our spirit guides. So even if you didn't get along with some of your ancestors, I promise you they are here and they are watching. They may have not made the best decisions while they were alive, but they still watch after us and they still care about their ancestral line. Okay, so pile number one, I definitely am seeing that you're on the brink of a breakthrough here with the Wilding coming up, all the decision cards, and free yourself. You are on the brink. I hope that something I said in this reading has hit home for you, because I am highly getting the sense that you're very stuck, and I sense that you're gonna probably watch a few more pick a card readings after this, because this is a really, really big decision. I am sensing that I need to pull another card. One more card. Pile number one. All right, pile number 1. So I did get Bamboo Moon. You might be wondering if anything is ever going to come together for you, or if it seems to be happening quickly now. If you are even ready for it, the answer is yes. Okay, so I don't know if that resonated with you. It seems like you're on the brink of making your decision. And with the Knight of Swords energy that we were getting before, remember they are ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, very fast thinking. This sentence is making me think that you were on the brink of deciding yes to whatever your question, whatever it is that you wanted to do. This might be hard because it requires you to rebel, or it might be related to family things, ancestral things, religious things. I'm getting a lot of family. So this is, I thought it was a love reading at first, but I think more of the decision is related to your family. Like, even if this is talking about a lover, it seems like you care more about what your family thinks. Bamboo Moon is basically talking about that there are no mistakes in the universe. All circumstances, relationships, situations, and events are unfolding in perfect timing and with your divine plan. So it could be that you are feeling like things aren't moving fast enough, you're making not enough decisions fast enough, and this card is basically just talking about trusting the process, trusting where you are right now. And it is okay to take your time on a big decision like this. I did not expect this reading to go into this direction, but I sense that this is just a huge decision in your life. This is a pivotal decision in your life that is really affecting you. So I say this in every single reading and I try not to, but I would highly recommend, if you don't already, meditate. It's hard at first. I couldn't even meditate for like 30 seconds before. I would like just give up because my thoughts would be racing. But it's not about getting your thoughts to stop. It's about eventually getting to the point where you can separate yourself from your thoughts, that you can just view your thoughts objectively, like as if they were just clouds that are passing by. These are just thoughts that are coming through your head. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go with it. So what does it mean when we go with a thought? Let's say you're starting to meditate and then you get kind of hungry, so you're like, what am I gonna have for lunch after this? And then instead of just having the thought, what am I gonna have for lunch after this, and then trying to get back into your meditation and focus, you go full force into thinking, what do I have in the fridge? I have like some lettuce, I can make a sandwich, I have bread, actually do I have meat? Like, and then you start going down this rabbit hole of what you're gonna have for lunch. That is going with the thought. To visualize this, let's say food was the cloud that's passing by. And if you were to not go with the food cloud, you would just see the food cloud, the food thought go by. But if you are going to go with the thought, that means, yes, going down a rabbit hole of deciding what you're eating and only thinking about that, and then getting completely messed up with your meditation. Pile number 1, you are doing absolutely so well. I'm so proud of you. This is definitely a difficult decision that you are weighing your options for, but I highly recommend that you just keep going and consider meditation. And also, I know it's corny, but listen to your heart, because the heart center is the most powerful center, and I think that you know with your own heart what you need to do for this situation. So I'm really proud of you, pile number 1, for even looking for answers, because it seems like you don't want to make the wrong decision, you want to make the right decision. So I'm really proud of you. I know that you're gonna make the right decision. There is no right and wrong, by the way. Your path, your life path, will bend and flow to you and what you want. We all have free will. I'm sensing the universe is giving you a slight nudge to go yes to whatever you've been thinking about, freeing yourself, surrendering to whatever it is that you're trying to decide on, and become this energy right here, the sun. Like, they're so happy and they just need to make their decision. So once you make your decision, whatever you decide, I see that you're going to be happy with your decision. Thank you so much for watching pile number 1. I hope this message has touched your heart somehow, and if you did enjoy this reading, make sure you drop me a big like down below, and also consider subscribing to my channel. I post every single Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye pile 1. Hi pile 2. If you chose the Lapis Lazuli and this card, this will be your reading. Alright, so the pink card that was laid out is actually an affirmation card, but I'm going to leave that unturned so we can start with the tarot to see what is your situation right now. So for your tarot, I am getting the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, ooh, the Two of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards, but we'll get to that. The King of Cups, and finally we are getting the World card. This is beautiful. Can't wait to get into this. And we are getting the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's go ahead and start with your tarot. So the 10 of Wands actually talks about burdens, extra responsibilities, hard work, and completion. The World is also talking about completion, so it's nice to see that there's two completion cards coming at the beginning and the end. So whatever the situation is, by the end of the situation, you are going to feel like the World. So this is a really, really happy reading, actually. It does start off with, you know, this card, but this card isn't bad. It just means that they have worked really, really hard to where they have gotten to, even though it does talk about burdens and extra responsibilities as well. When you're trying to get a business kicked off of the ground, I mean, that's going to be the busiest time. It's going to be the most burdening time, the most time with the most responsibility. But once you get it all set up, I mean, it basically rides for itself. And again, with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I see that you will be successful in whatever you're pursuing. So the Ace of Swords actually talks about breakthroughs, new ideas, mental clarity, and success. So look at this beautiful staircase that is depicted above her mind. She is getting a bright white light coming out of her mind. She has so many ideas. She or he, any pronoun that you do identify with, is accepted here. Then we go ahead and move on to the Emperor. The Emperor talks about authority, establishment, structure. It could also represent father figures. This is telling me, with it being next to the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, that there is some type of partnership here. I love the Two of Cups. I love it even more than the Lovers card for partnerships and relationships, because the Two of Cups is talking about unified love, partnership, and mutual attraction. I always love when this card comes up. Moving on from that, we do go into King of Cups energy, which talks about being emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. And then we complete with the World card, which talks about completion, integration, accomplishment, and travel. So overall, I see that you have been working really, really hard on something and that you will be rewarded soon. As you're gonna keep getting ideas, bright ideas, and look at this bright light that's shining through the Emperor card as well, through kind of where his head is, just like this card. So I am sensing there is a sacred either business partnership here or a sacred relationship here. So we are inclusive of all ethnicities here, all races, all genders, everything. But let's just look at the picture on this Two of Cups. Doesn't it look like it would be these two people holding hands? So everybody is masculine and feminine. We both have masculine and feminine energies, but let's just pretend, going with the card, that this is the divine feminine in the connection and this is the divine masculine in the connection. You both have really, really amazing ideas, and both of you are giving me this Kings of Cups energy where you're emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. It seems like you guys are really wanting to help people. That's what I'm getting out of this. Like, whatever you guys are thinking about, whatever hard work that you're trying to go and create in the world is going to be successful, and it's going to help so many people all over the world. So I highly recommend that you keep going. That is just the base story that I'm getting from tarot, but let's go ahead and get the affirmation card that I did pull for you. All right, so the affirmation card that I did get for you guys is flow. This state has been calling to you for some time now. You know it well. Your body craves it. Your heart cries out for it. The state in which the body and the heart and the mind dance together as one. The state in which everything is easeful, where creating and doing and being come naturally. This is your permission slip to lean into it. Go ahead. Take a deep breath in and release any lingering ties to the outcome. Open the space within you, that allows for flow to be. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful reading. I am like getting a boost of energy because I'm just so happy for you guys. Oh, okay, so what I'm sensing is that you guys are actually currently still in this area of the story, okay? So you're probably really stressed out. You have been working really, really hard. You've been taking on extra responsibilities, extra burdens, and you're almost there. I'm like nearly screaming right now because I don't want you to give up. The last thing that you should do is give up, but I just highly sense that you guys aren't the people to give up anyway. But I am seeing so much abundance for you guys, so much flow. As I've said on my channel before, it is our birthright to be in flow, to be peaceful. I usually say it's our birthright to be peaceful, but being peaceful is basically being in flow. As the card says, the state in which everything is easeful, where creating and doing and being come naturally. I see that you're highly, highly creative with whatever you are working on. You're trying to make a breakthrough, and you will, okay? Breakthroughs are coming, and a sacred unionship is here with you already, and if it's not, it's coming soon. Because the Two of Cups did come up, I am feeling called to pull some romance oracle cards. Any messages for pile number 2? All right, I did get 2. We did get pay attention to the red flags, and it is safe for you to love. Although we got pay attention to the red flags, I don't see this as negative. So whether this is related to specifically your relationship or like some type of business venture, I do feel like it's some type of business venture and partnership, but it could be strictly about relationship for some of you. So with this card saying pay attention to the red flags, I don't see this as negative. It just says the signs are cautioning you. This could be represented by previous relationships that they have felt like they were hard work, that they were not flowing. And then now maybe it is your own red flags because you had this preconceived notion that relationships are supposed to be hard, that they're supposed to be burdensome. It could be that you think this way going into a new relationship. For some of you, this is going to be the same relationship that you have been in. Maybe you're in separation right now, I'm sensing, and that you both have been trying so hard to grow and change and have this Two of Cups energy, which talks about unified love, partnership, and mutual attraction. But the red flags would then mean that you need to realize your triggers as they're coming up. You need to realize the cycles that you are playing out again and again and again. If you want it to end, if you want the Two of Cups energy, if you want the World energy, if you want the Kings of Cups energy. And the King of Cups is talking about being emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. And then the Emperor is talking about authority, establishment, structure, and can also represent a father figure. So this to me is just like maybe one person in the connection there's been an imbalance, and maybe it could be that you're in separation, but it will be just amazing. I mean, look at this with the flow card, everything like that. Spirit is just warning you to be cautious about the red flags that have happened in the past and going forward into the future and not repeating. And honestly, you should always be paying attention to red flags all the time, whether this is business or love. But with you getting it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love. The heart center is the strongest energy center that we have, and love is one of the highest vibrations that we could feel, one of the best feelings that we can feel. And with the Two of Cups in the World and just like all these positive cards, I highly recommend that you keep going. Group 2, I know that you might be in this energy right now where it feels like a little bit burdensome. It feels like the relationship might be hard work, or if this is a new person, maybe it feels like getting to know them is getting a little bit difficult, or balancing your life with trying to get to know them is hard. Or it could even be if you're first dating somebody and you have a habit of being very clingy and you're always hanging out with them every single day even though you guys just met. I'm not saying that that isn't okay. I'm just saying that if this is a pattern that you've had before and you get completely intertwined with somebody, then maybe take a step back and make sure that you're also reviewing your red flags as well as theirs. But overall, I really see that this is going to turn out well for you, whether this is talking about business or relationship. So I'm actually going to pull some more cards. I'm going to go for the archetype cards. I'm going to pull your archetypes and the person that we're talking about's archetypes. What are group number 2's archetypes? Group number 2's archetypes. Okay, so for you, we are getting the poet and we're also getting mediator. With these two cards, it shows me that you have a way with your words. You really know how to communicate yourself very, very well. And that really relates to the Ace of Swords to me, because sword energy is air energy and air signs are really great communicators. You getting these two cards, you have a great way of communication, and this might be what it is that you're talking about. So it could be something related to your business that requires communication, or it might just be communication within your connection, this Two of Cups connection. So that also makes a lot of sense for me with the pay attention to red flags. So maybe there's something with the way that you guys communicated with each other before that needs to end so that you can go into this more of this energy, with the King of Cups again being emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. Okay, so maybe before we're working really hard on getting to being diplomatic, but we're not there yet. The mediator card's light attributes are gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. The shadow attribute is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. As for the poet, the light attributes are expresses soul insights in symbolic language, and the shadow attribute turns a lyrical gift to negative or destructive effect. So if it's not that you're writing something or communicating something, I can also see that some of you are singers, some of you are also counselors where you are mediating between two people, marriage counselors, therapists, things like that. You have a very helpful energy, which I definitely felt like I said it in the beginning of this, that you guys just wanted to help other people all over the world, right? So with these cards coming up, I am definitely highly sensing that it has to do with some type of communication, whether it is professional or personal. Maybe you are working with a lot of different people. If the love part of the reading is not resonating with you, maybe it is that you are getting into partnership with a lot of people, because when you're starting a business, there's most likely a lot of different other people that you want to work with. Some people have to get a manager, lawyer, depending on what type of work it is. So whatever it is, communication is very, very important in relationships and professionally. So I see that if you continue to work on your communication, which I already know that you have been, that this will definitely turn out for the best for you. So I'm going to pull the archetypes for the main opposite person that we're talking about just to see what type of energy we get. Spirit, what are the archetypes for the other person? Spirit, what are the... Okay. Alright, so for the other person, I am getting victim and gambler. So off the bat, this sounds negative, but it's not. Let me get into the light and shadow attributes for you really quick. Alright, so the victim light attribute talks about preventing you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. The shadow attribute talks about playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. As for the gambler, we are getting light attribute is willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you, and the shadow attribute is relying on luck rather than hard work. So the person that resonates more with poet and mediator, it seems as if the communication, the red flags that you might have to be watching for is the other person kind of being a victim. Like, it seems like I do see an equal flow of effort between the two people, but one person seems to have a little bit more of a victim mentality. And maybe, so this is not talking about, it could be talking about gambling, but this to me more talks about with these ideas and this partnership, this second person definitely seems to be more a little bit of a follower than the first person. The communication part that could be coming in is maybe one person is taking too much of a lead and you guys are trying to figure out what is a healthy balance between you two to be able to find this balance and have a unified partnership. So there always needs to be balance, and we should try to strive for balance within our relationships and within our partnerships, whether they are personal or professional. So I see that that is where you guys are getting stuck. It's related to communication, and it's related to maybe somebody taking a little bit more of the follow, like kind of whatever you say goes. They're kind of just in flow with whatever the other person says, and maybe I'm sensing that the person that's the leader wants the other person to be more decisive and have more discernment. So I definitely see that this is a sacred union though, so I would not give up on this union. I would continue to work on it, but I need to get a few more cards to get an even clearer message. Any additional messages for pile number 1? I got some more beautiful cards for you guys. So I'm getting strength, and I'm also getting energy. So both of you, okay, have a bunch of energy. Oh, and you know what? We're getting double Virgo. We're getting Virgo right here. We're getting Virgo right here. And both of these are reducing down to 10, which reduces down to 1. Take that for what you see it. You might be seeing 111 a lot. You might be seeing 1111 a lot. But I see that you have, both of you have a lot of strength and a lot of energy. So maybe both of you, if not one person has a little bit less of a drive, both of you have very high drives, which is why I think the Two of Cups came about, because it seems like you guys match each other's energy very well. That's what I was getting with flow, and the whole time I felt like you guys were matching very well. But there might be occasionally where you guys have, you know, a little too much energy, or one person is trying to display a little bit more power than the other. So what I'm seeing going forward is if you guys can try to make this as balanced as possible. It's not going to be balanced every single day. It's just not realistic. Every relationship, there is give and take, and it's not going to be 50-50 every single day. It's just not going to happen, you guys, and it's not necessarily a negative thing at all. It's just more that we need to be willing to give and to receive to be into this flow. But again, I just gotta say, I really loved this reading. I'm getting all positive vibes. Whatever issue that you guys are currently working on, as long as you keep pushing through, keep working on it, I see that you guys are going to be like that power couple, that power partnership. Again, the Two of Cups also talks about mutual attraction, so you guys are both heavily attracted to each other. But let's think about magnets. One has to be the negative and one has to be the positive. I'm not saying like somebody is negative in this situation, but you guys having enough different attributes that it makes you guys stick together even more. Because if you guys were exactly the same, agreed on absolutely everything, things wouldn't change and you wouldn't be able to actually grow. It's actually more beneficial to have some differences with the person that you're working with or the person that you're dating, because that is going to help you be able to see the world in a different perspective. Okay, if you're dating somebody that grew up with a very similar upbringing to you and then had almost exactly the same life, right, and you guys think and agree about every single thing, I mean, where's the growth? So I'm not saying that you have to be completely different, but the differences within you guys are actually going to be what really helps unlock this energy behind here with the World card and the Two of Cups card. Overall, a really good reading. I would say definitely keep going. I'm going to pull one last card just to tie it all together. These cards are huge though, so I will be shuffling off camera really quick. 3 cards really wanted to pop out. I got You Will Survive This. I also got Everything is Scary and You Feel Vulnerable, but that doesn't mean anything is going to go wrong. Anxious feelings aren't usually indicative of reality. Okay, I love that. And then finally, it says, don't focus on success or failure, just focus on effort. Focus on trying. Okay, so this really does honestly tie it together. Like I said, I think you guys are still in the 10 of Wands energy, where it's feeling like burden, feeling like extra responsibility, hard work. You might be in separation with your Two of Cups partner right now, and you will survive this. You don't like being away from each other. I sense that you guys highly love each other. You might even have a psychic connection with each other where you know that you're thinking about each other, or you finish each other's sentences, I'm hearing. And this is a sacred unionship, okay? And you might be scared that you're actually about to lose this person or this partnership, or that it won't be successful with this card coming up. But remember, maybe you just need some time to really think about how you're going to go forward with communicating with this person, because just because you're anxious about how you're going to do it doesn't mean that it's not going to work out well. In fact, I see that this is going to work out really, really well for you guys. And then don't focus on success or failure, just focus on effort, focus on trying. Actually, I'm sensing that on the poet side, maybe you guys are in separation right now and you are trying to wordsmith and have the perfect thing to say when you do meet back up. You don't need to have the perfect thing to say. You don't need to have everything planned out. Okay, this other person really, really loves you, and I see that you really love them. And if it's not about love, if this is about a business partnership, then I'm seeing that they want you to reach out as well, because I see that they see that this is also a really great partnership for them. Whatever it is that you are going through right now with this sacred unionship or partnership, business partnership, just keep pushing, keep trying, don't give up. Like I said right in the beginning of this reading, don't give up. I don't feel like you're the type to give up, but go ahead and just actually, you know what, with the Virgo energy coming up twice, I'm sensing that you are perfectionists. So Virgos are perfectionists, and the poet card coming up, both of you are like want everything to be spick and span and perfect with the double Virgo. Yes. So okay, not everything has to be perfect. Don't have a plan for everything. Just try to go a little bit more with the flow. I see that Virgos don't really do that. They like to have a plan, but I think that you're thinking about this a little too much, like overthinking it, maybe watching a little bit too much pick a card readings. So I would suggest after this pick a card reading, you know, take a break, take a step, take a breather, and just reconnect with yourself and understand that you have all the answers within you. And I see that this is going to go really, really well for you. So don't overthink it. Pile number 2, you are such a bright light. Like I could feel it without even being there with you. You know what? Because double Virgo came up, I said that these were going to be the last cards, but I just want to, for my own self, see what energies we're dealing with. So I'm going to pull a few zodiac cards. Spirit, are there any signs? I did get 2 cards right here. Okay, so we're getting the 6th house, which is Virgo's house. So Virgo is here for sure. And we're also getting Aries, but 6th house is Virgo. So I definitely think Virgo is here, or big Virgo energy is here. With Virgo, you just gotta make sure that you're not falling into the unevolved Virgo traits, which ends up being overly critical, overly judgmental. So something about the throat chakra for sure. You guys are using your skills for petty things, arguments. So you might have been in an argument, you might have said something that you didn't want to say, and because Virgos can be very, very exacting. When you're angry, Virgo, you can get, it's very exacting. Nobody wants to be on the other side of it. And if you guys are truly a double Virgo, then yeah, it might have been just some bickering, some being way too judgmental on each other, maybe not agreeing fully on where to go next, because Virgo is a planner as well. So if they don't have a plan, if they are not in control, they're gonna feel, you know, not so great. And then with Aries here, and 13 reduces down to 4, it could be talking about home life, roots, family. So family could be involved. And Aries energy is I am and I can. So Aries goes and goes and goes really, really fast. Check out my zodiac signs videos. I only did part of the series, but I do have fire signs up and earth signs up. So you can check that out if you're interested in learning more about these signs. Just keep going. I see that this is going to go well for you, but maybe just work on your communication for sure. Focus on trying to be more in flow with each other and having balance between each other. Other than that, I see that this connection is going to work out. You have nothing to worry about. Take your time. Don't take too much time, again, because Virgo is a perfectionist. So you don't have to have it all figured out, perfect, planned out before you reach out. If you're the one that made a mistake in this connection, go ahead and just take your time, reach out though. Don't let your ego get in the way of a 2 of Cups connection. I'm telling you, like, it's not gonna be worth it. 2 of Cups is basically the Lovers card times a million to me. It is just so much more of a connection. Of course, the Lovers card is great too, but whenever the 2 of Cups comes out, I get really excited about the reading because I am a hopeless romantic. So, yep, I think that is all I have for you today, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope something in this reading has inspired you to make a choice, has inspired you to take the reins of your life and use your own discernment in deciding what you need to do. But I see that it's going to be positive whatever you do choose. So yeah, pile number 2, if you did enjoy this reading, make sure you give me a big like down below and consider subscribing to my channel. I post every single Sunday, and remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, group 2. Alrighty, pile number 3. If you did choose the Tiger's Eye in this card here, this is your reading. Okay, so the pink card, pile number 3, is an affirmation card, which I'm going to leave unturned because I want to get into the tarot first and see if I can understand what's going on before pulling any other cards. So for you, I did get the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and finally the King of Cups. And then notably at the bottom of the deck, we did get the Queen of Wands, okay? Alright, so before I begin, I do want to say that I typically read in a chronological order, meaning that this could be the energy that you're currently in, this is what's to come soon, and this is how we're going to end up. And then the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck is the overall theme, kind of colors the reading. So I actually would usually start here, but I'm going to start here because I want you guys to know that you are a queen. Whether you identify with male or female, we all have divine feminine in us and divine masculine in us. We need a balance of yin and yang energy, and I see that you have queen energy, you have goddess energy, you have king energy, okay? So whatever difficult situation that we're currently going through, it's gonna end up bettering you, because you know what? The universe gives us lessons, gives us hard times to turn us into who we're meant to be. They give us these hard lessons, these hardships, so we can come out even stronger. So I just wanted to start off by saying that because I don't want to start the reading with this energy and explaining it without telling you that everything is going to turn out good for you. So the 3 of Swords is actually talking about heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, and hurt. As you can see, there is a heart that is broken. She is also bound with the strings of the heart. The strings of the heart are seeming to go everywhere. They're going off of the card in a bunch of different directions. This is a general reading, so I didn't want to say that it could possibly be only love, because there's many ways that our hearts can break, and so that's why I didn't want to limit it to love. But I do see some type of emotional pain. Okay, you are going through emotional pain, but everything is going to be okay, pile 3. Stick with me because this is what I see for you. So the 8 of Swords is talking about negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, and victim mentality. As you can see in the mirror, she's all tied up. She's looking into herself in the mirror. She's all tied up. She's bound. There's crows around her. In the card right next to it, it depicts a very similar picture, doesn't it? She is distressed, she is down, she's low, she seems to be locked in a room, but the key is right here. So both of these cards give me the same vibe. It seems that we are going through emotional pain, we are having some negative thoughts, we might be having a victim mentality right now, but this is something that we can pull ourselves out of, and I promise I will help you by giving you as much guidance as I possibly can to inspire you to rethink parts of your life. I can't tell you what to do, and I don't know your particular situation, pile number 3, but I hope that I can gently guide you to making the right decision for your life. So the 5 of Pentacles does talk about financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, isolation, and worry. So I'm not saying this is financial for all of you. This is the only card that came up for Pentacles. So there could be financial loss, but I'm more thinking that this card is symbolizing a lack mindset mindset, isolation, and worry, because in all of these first 3 cards, actually in all of the cards, it is just one person in each card. I'm hearing hermit mode. I'm hearing you need to go in hermit mode. Sorry, I just interrupted my own sentence. But yeah, I'm hearing that you need to go to hermit mode and that this is how you're going to get here. You're here now, but once you go hermit mode, again, I'm sorry, I mentioned this in every single reading that I do and multiple times on my channel, but meditation is going to be your friend. Look at these 2 people, their eyes are closed and the flow of energy. These 2 people are meditating. I know that they are. There is something that is holding you back, and I honestly feel like it is your own self. You're getting stuck in negative thought patterns. You're letting the world get to you too much is what I'm hearing. You're too focused on the external things and not enough on the self is what I'm hearing. Tap into your queen energy, because again, you did get the Queen of Swords and you got the Queen of Wands. Okay, Swords is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be here. Wands energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be here as well. So I highly sense that you're going through something, pile number 3, but let's just go ahead and pull more cards to see what it is that you're going through. All right, so the affirmation card that I actually pulled for you, group number 3, is time. So the card says time. Too often it feels as though the hours turn to days. The days turn to months, the months turn to years, and suddenly the days of our lives have passed in the blink of an eye. But perhaps there is a reality, one where we don't think of time as something separate to us. What if, in fact, time is actually a product of us? What if, then, it is time that originates from us and not the other way around? It is when we start to realize that we are one with time when the magic happens. Okay, definitely getting the chills because, again, with meditation, time goes away. And look, I believe this is depiction of evil eye, which is psychic protection and protecting you from evil spirits, things like that. And also it could represent the third eye. I'm not 100% sure what it is meant to be, but the third eye is also our psychicism and being able to think intuitively. And you can improve your third eye chakra by going within and meditating. Okay, so what I'm mainly getting from this, especially with this affirmation card, is that you've been spending a lot of time alone and it is breaking your heart. I mean, like, you feel so isolated with this 5 of Pentacles. I mean, you're alone. Maybe you're locked up due to the current state of the world, as most of us are. We're spending a lot of time at home. But look, not to be like shameless self-plug or anything, but on my channel there is a video that I go in depth about how to stop feeling alone, and I'm highly sensing in that video there is a message that you need to hear, because I heard hermit mode earlier. So if you don't have time to watch that video of the how to stop feeling alone pile number 3, just know that eventually with time and practice you're going to be able to take being alone from being a burden into an opportunity. Yes, I know how hard it is to feel alone, isolated, feel like no one's there for you, feel like you are not connecting with anyone, feel like life is pointless. I feel your grief. I feel your pain. I feel everything that you're feeling right now, and I just need to let you know, pile number 3, that you are so strong, and that this is your test. The universe will test you and put you through trials and tribulations until you become your most powerful self. You are highly creative, with the Queen of Wands being at the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling called to just take the Queen of Wands so you can visualize it. Here's the Queen of Wands. It was at the bottom of the deck. She is magical. Look at her wand. She is a creator, as are you. But when you're too sad and too stuck in this energy, you're not going to be able to create. I'm hearing that your sacral chakra is blocked. Yes. I'm not sensing that this reading is related to anyone else, just the overall feeling of feeling a little bit alone, feeling a little bit isolated. I'm going to get more cards, pile number 3, to help with clarifying this. Any messages? Whoa. Okay, pile number 3, that was a lot of cards, but I'm actually going to take them all. I usually don't, but I feel like this is fitting. Okay, so we did get beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. We also got healing. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. We are also getting confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. And finally, we are getting destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Pile number 3, this is definitely what I was sensing. Some of you don't feel beautiful. Some of you have very low self-confidence right now. You're not being able to see yourself as you are. Considering this card here, I mean, she's not bound up, but in the mirror she is. So when I feel like you look in the mirror, pile number 3, you're not seeing yourself as the queen that you are, okay? And again, gender doesn't matter here. You can have queen energy and king energy. You are not seeing yourself as the queen or king that you are. You have been through so much hurt, so much pain. There could have been somebody, could have been family, friends, you know, I'm putting quotation marks, that have hurt you in the past and have diminished your self-confidence, okay? But again, we need to remember we're the queen, okay? Or the king. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. It is your destiny to realize your confidence and your queen or king energy. It's gonna take time, okay? It seems like I keep hearing hermit mode. I keep hearing hermit mode, and I keep sensing that you're going to have the biggest glow up ever. People that have doubted you, they're wrong. People that have said bad things about you, wrong again. I'm starting to get flustered because I'm sensing that somebody or multiple people have influenced you to be in this energy. Of course, these two cards, the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, does talk about putting ourself, it's self-imposed, but I'm not going to put all the blame on you, and I'm not going to put all the blame on them. It's kind of like a 50-50 thing. It seems like somebody said something to you in the past or had repeatedly said something to you in the past, okay, and you're really letting it get to you. You ate it up and you're staying with it. You're leaving that in your energy field. Okay, so something that I want you to do every single time that you, even though, I mean, we're going hermit mode, I don't know how often you're seeing people, but let's say you're having a conversation with a roommate or somebody that you see, somebody that you have to work with, something like that. Anybody that you have a conversation with, if they say something to you, if they rub you the wrong way, dead it. Run. Not like physically run, depending on where you are, but don't let anybody talk to you that way. I want you to remember me in that moment. I want you to remember my voice, remember my words, remember, okay? Listen to the whispers of your soul. Let me be the whisper of your soul. I'm telling you to dead this. Whatever this is, whoever is putting you in this state, no more. This could be unrequited love. This could be attempts at love in the past. This could be failed job attempts. It could be a lot of different things. General reading and all these strings pulling in different directions. I'm sensing that the people that are going to pick this pile have multiple different things that are going on, but the general energy is the same, of a low self-confidence, of this feeling of not being good enough. Oof, that makes me so upset. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like you don't know the queen that you are. Okay, that's it. I'm pulling goddess cards. Again, whether you are divine masculine or not, you have a goddess within. So I'm gonna pull some goddess cards. Spirit, what is the goddess that represents pile number 3? Any more cards need to come out for pile number 3? Okay, so as I was shuffling pile number 3, I got so many goddess cards that kept wanting to come out. You don't even know all the aspects of goddess that are within you. I am getting just like so fired up because you don't know your worth, and usually when I shuffle, I'll get one card that comes out at a time, and that's when I know to take that card. But when the energy is so strong, I will get multiple cards at a time. And when I was shuffling your tarot, that didn't happen. Like one card was coming out at a time. So with the goddess deck, multiple cards coming up, that just tells me that a lot of goddesses are here on your side right now. The goddesses up above, they're not pleased with whatever is going on to make you feel this way. So a lot of goddesses wanted to come out and say hello. First card that I got is the Goddess of Fortune, Lakshmi. You are fortunate. You are going to come into fortune, okay? The goddess of fortune talks about just being abundant, but in multiple different forms. This is not just money. And then you also got the Japanese goddess Yuki Onna, stillness. So stillness is talking about meditation, hermit mode. You need to go within, okay? You need to tap into Yuki Onna. Look, she's meditating as well. I just realized this. She's meditating as well. When you meditate, your confidence will come back. I am sensing that you were confident before. And yes, your sacral chakra is blocked with this orange. And you also were drawn to Tiger's Eye. You got the queen herself. You got Lilith, okay? Independence. This is really resonating because you are meant to be hermit mode right now. You're meant to go within and be alone and be still. You also got the goddess home. Bestia. We also got the number 4 here, which also represents home into astrology, root, home, family. So I'm sensing that maybe it could be for some of you, your family that is telling you you're not good enough, telling you all these different things, making you feel less than. Absolutely not. We need to walk away. We don't care if it's family. And then last but not least, you got another queen herself. You got Kali, the goddess of liberation. You got very, very powerful goddesses. They're all powerful, but the fact that you got some of the most known, the most powerful goddesses tells me that you are so powerful. Okay, you are extremely powerful, and you're going to, I hear, in the next year, 1 year from whenever you're watching this is a timeless reading, so 1 year from now you're going to be a completely new person. You're going to have this King of Cups energy of being emotionally balanced, compassionate, diplomatic, and you're also going to have that Queen of Wands energy, being courageous, confident, independent. Look, you got the Lilith, she's the Queen of Independence, so is the Queen of Wands, okay? The goddess of independence and the Queen of Independence has come out. The Queen of Swords actually also talks about independence. So you got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and Lilith. All of these highly independent queens and goddesses. Okay, my queen. Okay, queen. I am getting so much energy right now. Whew. Let me take a breath because I'm just getting way too excited. I don't like to see my queens in this low energy. It could have been somebody. Oh my gosh. I feel like for some of you, it could definitely been a relationship ending because of the 3 of Swords. Don't go back. For some reason, I don't usually say that. Okay, I usually don't say that. I don't usually tell people what to do, but that just blurted out of my mouth. So I had to say that. Don't go back because I'm sensing whoever this was, for some of you, made you feel the opposite of a queen, made you feel the opposite of a goddess. There could have been situations where they just made you feel like an option, I'm sensing, and then now all you want to do is shut yourself off. All you want to do is close your heart chakra. I'm hearing close heart chakra. Don't close your heart chakra. It doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter how many people are mean to you in the past or what people say to you. Never close your heart chakra, okay? That is your highest energy center. And to release your heart chakra, to release any of your chakras, set the intention first, and you can open up your heart chakra in many different ways. A way that I have before is through meditation. Okay, so as you're envisioning all of these colors, envision a flower that has not bloomed yet, where the chakra is in your meditation. And as you're meditating, meditate as long as you need to on your chakras, and imagine the flower that you have decided on blooming, beautifully blooming, just growing and growing, okay? And this will help you open up your chakras. And this meditation could take you multiple different attempts, multiple times, a lot of times. It doesn't matter. You're worth it. You're worth the time that it's going to take to open up your chakras, because I see that a lot of them are blocked. It could be heart, it could be sacral, and it even throat for some, because somebody has ruined our confidence. Or it might be us again, like I said, because I can't put blame on anyone. I don't want to put blame on anyone 100%. We have to take some responsibility for our own feelings. So with you getting the 8 of Swords, it does talk about self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, and victim mentality. So I mean, it could be partially you letting people just get to you too much, but regardless, I just don't want you to feel like that. You're a goddess, you're a queen, or you're a god, a king. Okay, so let's not let these people hurt us anymore. We're not doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more cards. Any more messages that pile number 3 needs? Perfect. Alrighty, so we are getting the Hope card. and we are getting fertility. Okay, pile number 3, this is so beautiful with the hope and fertility card. I'm getting for some of you, there could have been fertility issues, and that is making you feel less of a woman, but you're not. Just keep trying. Look, the North Node is here. If this is what you want, a baby, then this is what you're going to get. You just keep trying, okay? But another interpretation for that is fertility of life in general. It is divinely feminine to be in a fertile state, and this doesn't have to mean children. Just being fertile, being able to create things, okay? With the Queen of Wands as well. The Queen of Wands is very creative, and also with the sacral chakra coming from the womb area, maybe that's why it's coming up, just to confirm that there is a sacral chakra block. And then with the hope card, just keep your faith, keep your hope, okay? Pile number 3, I know that you're definitely in this energy right now. You're not here yet, but I see that just keep your hope, keep your faith, and that you will unlock your inner goddess. You need to go hermit mode. I know that you love your friends, you love your family, you want actually I'm hearing some of you say, no, I want to be a hermit. But yeah, for some of you that don't want to be a hermit and feel like you're being forced into isolation because of the current state of the world or anything like that, this is for your benefit. This is for your benefit. This is to help unlock your inner goddess, okay? Pile number 3, I loved this reading, even though I got a little bit flustered. It's because I don't want you to stay stuck in this energy. This is not okay. I don't see you that way, and I want you to get out of it. So I'm going to pull one last card for you, pile number 3, and I hope that this reading has inspired you to tap into your inner king or queen energy, into your inner goddess energy, okay? Even if you identify as being a male, the inner goddess energy that I'm referring to is because a lot of goddesses have very deep missions, very deep traits about them that you can tap into as well, regardless of gender. Let me pull one more card for y'all. Will you doing this off camera because these cards are huge? I love it. I love it. The cards that I got for you were self-care, the crap out of life, and you'll get through, okay? And then I also got trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. So I said I was going to end the reading, but I have a lot more to say. Self-care the crap out of your life, okay? Tap into your goddess energy. I almost want to talk about this one first because I'm going to go on a rant with this. But trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. I see that it's referring to this. All of your cards were, right? All of your cards, every single card was single. I see that this card right here is mainly talking about this situation, the first 3 tarot that I pulled for you guys. So I know that you feel like you're trying really hard and some days you don't even feel like trying. I'm hearing you're in a very depressive state. Please open up your blinds. I know it's fall and almost coming into winter for some of us, but it doesn't matter if it's rainy outside. Please open up your blinds or turn on your lights. Don't sit in darkness all day, okay? Please don't sit in darkness all day, and feed your body what it needs. Don't starve yourself and don't overeat as well to bury your feelings, okay? Try your absolute best in the next coming months, and definitely in the next year you'll be tapping into your goddess energy that you didn't even know you had. Okay, and then let me go on my rant with this self-care, the crap out of your life. I want you to set some money aside. I know things might be tight right now, but go ahead and set some money aside and do the self-care things that you like. Everybody is different. Some people see taking a yoga class or taking an exercise class is the best self-care. Some people really like to get their nails done or their hair done or just go out and get their favorite meal. Whatever it is, go ahead and do that. And I want you to set aside a lot of time for it, okay? Self-care the crap out of life. This is not talking about like set aside 10 minutes. I want you to set aside, take a sick day, take a sick week if you can, to just take care of yourself. Put yourself in a bath. If you can afford it right now, get yourself some bath essentials, some Epsom salts. You can get some bath soaks. You can get some essential oils, whatever it is that fits into your budget. I'm sensing for some of you, you need to go full goddess bath. A goddess bath can use goat milk powder or you can use whole milk powder. There's also like vegan options where different other milk powders. You set your bath. with whatever temperature water you want, and then you mix in the milk powder. This helps with moisture in your skin, and then whatever you want to add into it. So you can get fresh rose petals, you can get dried flowers, you can get anything that you want, essential oils in there, whatever it is that you want, mix it all up, sit in that bath and just soak. Cry if you need to, bawl out your eyes. I am hearing that you don't do anything like that. I'm hearing that this what I'm telling you to do, like this goddess bath, is so out of your realm. Like you're just like, I don't want to do that, or I don't have time to do that, or I don't have money for that. But okay, if you can't do that, get yourself a bucket like for your feet and do a goddess foot bath, okay? And all of the stuff that I'm talking about, like the milk powders and dried flowers, everything like that, we could do it on a budget. If you cannot get milk powders, which are available online, I'm not sure where you can get them in store, but if you want to, you could just get some type of milk at the grocery store, whole milk or vegan milk, almond milk, whatever. I'm not sure if it will work as well because it won't be as concentrated, but go ahead, add milk to your bath and mix it with the water. It doesn't have to be that much. It's just for moisture and whatever you can afford. So if you can't afford to get a small bag of Epsom salt, or if you can just go to the park, make sure you're not allergic to any flowers or anything, but like pick some flowers, put it in your bath, just make it beautiful for yourself, and make sure that you light a candle, set an intention that you're going to relax, that you are going to just self-care yourself. And self-care doesn't have to be all that. I know I'm saying really, really extra stuff because I want you to tap into your goddess energy, pile number 3, but self-care can actually just mean taking care of yourself, taking a shower, cutting your nails, opening your blinds, feeding yourself something healthy at least once a day. I know we don't like to eat healthy foods sometimes, but if you can squeeze in a little bit of vegetables in one meal a day, cut yourself off from toxic people. I mean, this pile's going hermit mode anyways, but just self-care the crap out of yourself. I'm talking about every single day. You must put self-care at the number 1 priority in your life. So before, I'm resonating a lot with this pile because this is seeming like you're going through a dark night of your soul. So when I was going through my dark night of the soul, I had no goddess energy. I was not taking care of myself. Like I was eating like crap. I had a really bad sleep schedule. I never took care of my body. I wouldn't allow myself to spend money on myself. So anything like a goddess bath or getting my nails done or my hair done or anything like that was totally out of the realm for me. I wouldn't do it. I was super, super stingy with myself. So maybe that's why the 5 of Pentacles is coming up. You know, poverty, lack mindset. Maybe you think that you don't have enough to give yourself, but what are you spending your money on if it's not partly for yourself? Yes, it's important to save. I have a video about budgeting and saving if you need some advice on how to budget and save, but go ahead and make sure you set aside some of your paycheck, okay, into these self-care things. And if we want to go on, you know, the more frugal end of things, you don't have to get the best of everything. Again, we can get, you know, a small thing of milk at the store and maybe just some flowers from the park. I mean, it's really that simple. Even just moisturizing your face, your skin, and taking care of your skin. When I was in my dark night of the soul, I was not taking care of the skin on my face. Like I wouldn't really wash my face or moisturize it or use any skincare products. Like I'm sensing that you guys really, really need to take care of yourself. Self-care the crap out of yourself. For none of the piles I was getting like big glow up, but I'm just getting the fact that you will be going through a huge glow up when you tap into this goddess energy over the next year. Okay, pile number 3. I feel like I've been talking for so long, but I just want my fellow goddesses to understand that they are goddesses. Okay, baby? Like, I want to give you a hug. Okay, give me a hug through the screen right now. Give me a hug through the screen. Bring it in. Bring it in. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. I love you so much, pile number 3. I'm sending you so much love and light, and you're gonna be able to get through this, okay? I know that you're strong, and I know that you're just on the verge of a breakthrough, okay? I know the dark night of the soul is hard, but you will get through this. I believe in you so much. I am rooting for you, pile number 3. That is all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you check out some of my other videos, in particular the How to Stop Feeling Alone video. I think that one will help you, and also the budgeting and saving video I'm sensing, because there is some lack mindset here that we want to get out of, that we need to get out of so we can tap into our goddess energy. All right, that is all I have for you for today, group 3. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop me a big like down below, and make sure you also consider subscribing to my channel because I post every single Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye group 3.